I moved into this new house with my wife Lynette and our 2-year-old daughter Paisley. The house was kinda old, but in our budget, you know? Anyway, we were pretty happy with it. The first week was normal, just unpacking boxes and trying to get Paisley used to her new room. She kept saying she didn't like it, but kids are like that with new places, right? I work night shifts at the warehouse, so Lynette handles the nighttime stuff with Paisley. We got this baby monitor so we could hear if she cried or needed something. It was one of those video ones that shows the room on a little screen. So, like the third week we were there, Lynette started complaining that the baby monitor was acting weird. Sometimes it would make this static noise in the middle of the night. I thought it was just cheap or maybe picking up signals from neighbors or something. I mean, it was only like $30 at Target. One night I was home early from work. Lynette was downstairs doing laundry. I was super tired, but I couldn't sleep, so I was just watching TV in our bedroom. The baby monitor was on the nightstand, and I could see Paisley sleeping in her crib. Then the screen got all fuzzy for a second. When it cleared up, I saw something that made my skin feel all prickly. There was like a dark shape standing in the corner of Paisley's room. It was tall and skinny, just standing there. I rubbed my eyes, thinking I was seeing things from being tired. When I looked again, it was gone. I went to check on Paisley right away, but her room was empty except for her sleeping in her crib. I checked all the corners, looked under the bed, behind the curtains. Nothing. I didn't tell Lynette because I didn't want to freak her out. I figured I was just tired and seeing stuff. But then, a couple nights later, I was watching the monitor again and saw the same thing. This time, the shape moved. It was like slowly walking towards Paisley's crib. I freaked out and ran to her room, but again, nothing was there when I got in. The weird part is that Paisley started acting different. She used to be a good sleeper, but now she kept waking up crying about the tall man in her room. Kids have nightmares, so we didn't think much of it at first. Then, one night, I was alone with Paisley because Lynette had to visit her mom who was sick. I put Paisley to bed around 8 and went to watch some basketball in the living room. I had the baby monitor next to me on the couch. I must have dozed off because when I woke up, the TV was just showing static. The room felt really cold, which was weird because it was like early May and not cold outside. The baby monitor was making this buzzing sound. When I looked at the screen, my heart almost stopped. The shape was back, standing right next to Paisley's crib, but this time I could see it better. It wasn't just a shadow. It looked like a person, super tall and thin with really long arms, and it was leaning over her crib like it was looking at her. I ran upstairs faster than I ever moved in my life. I swear the hallway felt longer than usual, like I couldn't get to her room fast enough. When I finally got there and pushed the door open, the room was freezing cold. Paisley was sitting up in her crib, staring at the corner of the room and pointing. But there was nothing there. "Tall man, go there," she said, pointing at her closet. I grabbed her and checked the closet, but it was empty except for her clothes and toys. But the closet door, which I always keep closed, was wide open. We moved out the next week. I told Lynette I found black mold in the walls, but the truth is, I couldn't stay in that house another night. We're in an apartment now, and Paisley sleeps better. We threw away that baby monitor. Sometimes I wonder who lived in that house before us. I never looked into it, and I don't want to. Some things are better left unknown, but sometimes when I'm half asleep, I swear I can still hear that static buzz, and it makes me wonder if whatever was in that house followed us here. The weirdest thing? Last week, I was giving Paisley a bath, and she looked up at me all serious and said, "Daddy, the tall man misses us." I asked her what she meant, but she just went back to playing with her rubber duck like nothing happened. I don't know what to think anymore, but I keep all the closet doors closed at night now, just in case.